Hey there, and welcome to Strength and Sisterhood, the podcast where faith, friendship, and fierce encouragement come together.
We're here to share stories that will inspire and lift each other up while we grow in faith together.
No matter where you are, we're here to remind you that you are never alone. With God and a little sisterhood, we're stronger together.
So grab a cup of coffee and get ready to be encouraged and empowered.
Hello, and welcome to Strength and Sisterhood. I'm Amy.
And I'm Summer.
And we're really glad that you're here today. How are you doing today, Summer?
I'm good.
Yeah?
How are you?
I'm good.
Yeah?
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
A beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Won't you be my neighbor?
Totally. Yes, I'll sign up for that.
No, I was driving out here today. I was like, man, it is a gorgeous day.
Mm-hmm.
I like this type of weather.
Right, a little bit of chill,
Mm-hmm.
but not too cold. The sun's out shining, so yeah, I'm with you, for sure.
Beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Colorful leaves.
Is it windy?
No.
Okay. I was outside early this morning when I
Mhm.
took my niece to school, but yeah, it wasn't too bad.
Yeah, we did get that North Dakota fall wind.
Well, something's got to
Last
get the
week,
leaves
though.
off the trees.
Yeah, last week. That wind was crazy.
It was bad.
And
Yeah.
days and days, like 4 days straight, felt
Mhm.
like of wind.
Yep.
Yeah. There goes all the leaves right when they were changing.
Right.
I mean, some have hung on,
yeah.
but
They're
yeah.
troopers.
they're troopers. Well, today our topic is, what did we title it?
So let him give.
So let him give.
Brain fart. Okay.
Yep. We had a special meeting at our church this week, and the theme that came out of it was along the lines of giving and doing support for, like getting the gospel out.
Yes.
And so we just want to share about that. We had a revival meeting this spring, earlier this year, and we shared about that. And so it just feels we were in church Sunday night, or all day Sunday, Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night. So then if we're going to record at the end of that week, it kind of feels hard to not talk about
Right.
what we were in
Yes.
church for 4 days for.
Yeah.
So we're just going to kind of do, I don't know, like a breakdown, a recap of just some of the things that we got out of the special meeting that we had at church. And it was really good.
It was good.
It was very good. We had some great speakers. There was a new one.
I had never heard of any of them preach or,
Yeah.
I've heard of them. Obviously, we
Yeah.
support them, but I have not heard any of them preach before.
Yeah. I was talking to one of them, and I mentioned that. I was like, my friend hasn't heard any of you guys yet. And so I'm a little jealous because, and she felt like she finished my sentence. She's like, she gets to hear him for the first time. Yes, she gets to hear him for the first time.
Funny.
Yeah, it was a good week. But before we get into all of that, let's go fill up our cups.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, Summer, so what filled up your cup this week?
I have had the privilege of keeping my niece while my brother and sister-in-law are in Mexico.
Yeah?
And so she's 4, and she's super cute.
She is cute.
She knows she's cute, though. But I have really enjoyed having her. It is definitely different having a 4-year-old since my youngest is almost 13.
Sure.
Seems forever ago that I had someone that little in my house. But what filled my cup was last night, actually.
Mm-hmm.
So every night before we go to bed, I've been reading her like a short Bible story, and then we'll pray, and we sang some songs or something last night or whatever. But sang some songs last night, and then I'm like, okay, do you want to pray? And she said, I'll pray.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, okay, great. So she turns around and she folds her hands and she bows her head and she closes her eyes. And she said, Dear Jesus, it was just the cutest little thing. She's like, Dear Jesus, thank you for letting me be at my auntie's house. Like, that's the first thing she said. And I was like, oh my goodness, I love you. But she said, thank you for letting me be at my auntie's house. And she asked, she said, to keep her mom and dad safe.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just the sweetest. Like, I've never heard her pray.
Mm-hmm.
it was the sweetest little prayer I think I have ever heard.
Sure.
It was adorable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I was just like, it melted me.
Yeah.
Because first of all, I desire to be an influence in that way in her life.
Mm-hmm.
And so I've taught her, which she is a very fast learner.
Sure.
I mean, she knows Father Abraham.
Oh.
She knows the Bible, the bubble song.
Oh, good.
She knows Sing, Sing, Sing. I mean, she's learning all these songs and the emotions and stuff. And she's shouting them at the top of her lungs.
Sure.
She's like fully into it.
Yeah.
I asked her last night, I said, have you enjoyed being at Auntie's house? And she said, yeah. I said, what's been your favorite part? And she said, church.
Oh.
I want to go to church. And she's kind of been mad last night and today already. She's asked, are we going to church tonight? And I said, no, we don't have church tonight. And she's like, oh, and she kind of, pouts or whatever. And I'm like, I know, babe. I want to be in church every day too, but we don't have church tonight. So it's just been really good. And hearing that little sweet prayer, just that filled my cup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's nothing quite like, I mean, I'm in the Sunday school class of 4 and 5-year-olds,
Mm-hmm.
and it's so sweet to hear their prayers.
And to see their little hands like clasped together, and they're just so cute.
I know.
It's so cute. Oh, yeah.
That's sweet. Yeah.
You'll have her on Sunday morning.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah. I'm excited for you. She's a ball of energy. She's a lot, but she's cute.
Oh, yeah. Well, she'll fit right in.
She will.
And then after 45 minutes, we hand them off to the junior church people.
I did try to explain to her last night because I said, well, you'll get to go to church on Sunday and we're going to be there a lot of the day.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, you're going to get to go to Sunday school and junior church. And I said, you're going to have so much fun. They sing songs and they have a snack and they play games and they learn about the Bible, which I bought her a Bible and she's in love with it.
Cool.
And she kind of like laid her head on me and she kind of pouted a little bit and she's like, but I want to stay with you. And I said, but they speak whale in their class. And I was like, they speak. And I tried to do it. Of course, I can't do it as good as you and Kate. But yeah, I'm like trying to. She didn't really seem like she liked it. She thought it was funny that I was doing that. But I don't think she understood like that's what you're going to get when you go to Sunday school.
Right. That's the level of entertainment.
So funny. But,
yeah. If our memory verse has R's in it, a lot of times we'll do pirates.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a fun class.
Which was really interesting to do when I was nearly losing my voice for a couple weeks.
Oh.
Do like 2 words and be like, okay.
Right.
Coughing off to the side.
That's
cool.
Funny. Yeah. What about you? What's your fill up your cup moment?
Well, my fill up my cup came this week. It's actually because of you.
Oh.
You came, well, on Monday. Yeah. Don't hide behind your microphone. Just got to sit and take it. Monday, I think it was Monday. So that's the thing with church every night. Like,
every night?
Every night. Every day, every night.
Every night.
Every night. Thanks for catching that.
You're welcome.
Lost my train of thought now.
Every night. That's the thing with going to church every night is you forget what day things happen. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They all just blend in together. Stop.
I'm sorry. Okay.
You enjoy it too much.
I do. All right, go.
I think it was Monday night. And I got to church and you're just like, hey, I have something for you. Don't leave before I give it to you.
Mm-hmm.
Aye, Captain. Like, okay.
Like I'm bossy or something.
Very important. I'm sitting there thinking, like, what in the world would she have to give me? I mean, we've talked most of the day.
Yeah.
Throughout the day. What would she have to give me? Well, then you come up and you brought a bag of smoked meat, some smoked meat.
Mm-hmm.
And I have said it before. I'll say it again. Smoked meat is like the equivalent of washing feet in 2025. It's a labor of love.
Mm.
But you were just like, yeah, I know it's a busy week. And, that way you and your family can enjoy some meat and have like, pulled pork sandwiches or whatever. So I brought it home and my parents were, I walked in the door. How does pulled pork sandwiches sound for supper tomorrow night? Oh, that sounds pretty good. When are you going to do that? Well, someone Brandon did it. Brandon smoked us some meat. oh, that's awesome.
He
So
did.
we were very thankful for that. And then, as if my cup was not full enough, the next day, you and I were talking, and you're just like, well, I was telling you, I was like, I'm going to eat around this time because being at church, it was getting late.
Yeah.
And I don't always like to eat, like for midweek services, I don't like to usually eat beforehand.
Right.
Because I don't want to like scarf something down and then just go and sit for an hour.
Sure.
Not sit that I don't do that at home. Get done with supper and sit down and relax for a little bit. But it's different,
Yeah.
And so I just don't always eat before evening service. But if I wait till afterward, then it's like 9:30, 10 o'clock.
Right. Especially this week.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody wants to. I don't want to wait. My tummy doesn't want to wait till 10 o'clock to eat. Get home and feed the dogs first, and then I'll eat.
Right.
But then you're like, well, you might want to wait. You might not want to eat at 4. And I'm like, why do you care? Why? Why do you care? You're like, oh. Well, because I'm bringing you food. I'm bringing you and your family hot food. And so here you had come and brought a pasta dish and delivered it before when you were on your way to church. And I know that meant a lot to me, and it meant a lot to my parents. Like, they were very touched.
Well, you mean a lot to me.
Because food should be a love language.
Right. I agree.
I mean, acts of service.
Yes.
And what
I don't
are the
know.
other ones? It's not physical touch. Words of affirmation. Quality time. It takes time. And it's an act of service. I mean, food.
Sure.
So, but that filled up my cup.
Oh.
Because you're like, I know it's going to be a busy week and you're working full time. You also had your niece this week.
Yeah, but she was at preschool.
Yeah.
So during the day, I didn't have her.
But
I was like,
it filled up my cup.
She better let me come drop this off because it's in the oven right now. I have 2 big things of this in the oven right now. She better not say, no, I don't want any. You wouldn't do that, but
I know, but I
was a little
left you a
nervous.
message and you're like, that was 4.5 minutes of, you don't need to do that.
I know. I was so annoyed. I'm like, I'm coming. I'm on my way right now.
No, but it meant a lot. My parents were very touched too.
Mm.
And so, yeah, it was very appreciative. Filled up my cup.
Well, you're very welcome.
So thank you.
And very deserving.
No.
Yes.
Felt very undeserving. But we'll
Don't
go
argue
ahead
with
and
me,
get
Amy.
into our
Yeah, you
topic.
better. You better get us on over there.
Okay. Let's go. So this week we had a special meeting at our church, and we had some special speakers come into town. And we had a keynote speaker. His name is Randy King, and he is from Oshkosh, Wisconsin. And I had never heard him preach before,
Yeah.
but boy, was he entertaining.
Oh my. I think that's an understatement.
I told my parents, I was like, this is what happens when the Lord calls a comedian to preach.
Mm.
He's like the king of one-liners.
Yeah.
And they were just cracking me up. And there's a soberness that should, like a reverence when you go to church.
Yeah.
But you can also still enjoy being in church.
Absolutely.
You can laugh and stuff like that. He was also just very engaging.
Yes, he was.
I've told my parents, my parents were able to watch and live stream. They weren't able to be there in person, but they were able to live stream each night, thankfully, to our sound guys. So shout out to all the sound guys and those who handle those ministries.
Yep.
It is appreciated. And but there's so much. He's an older gentleman, and so there's a lot of experience, and his stories are engaging. He's very good at visuals and stuff like that. But I don't want to get ahead of myself. So what did you get? What are some of your thoughts from this week, Summer? Just some of them. Like, we're just going to kind of go back and forth, I guess. And
Well, I have one thing that I took away that I thought I wanted to share because I think it was, and even in our prayer beforehand, you had mentioned you had prayed for the men who just left. their safety and whatnot, and how sometimes we can look at them and not put them on a pedestal, but they're like what did you call them in your prayer? You said they're high caliber Christians.
Mm-hmm.
And that's true. We do look at them like that. And sometimes myself, I'll just speak for myself. Sometimes you can compare yourself to them and be like, wow, I'm not doing anything like that.
Sure.
You know? But he brought something up, this funny guy that you were talking about. He brought up about O.J. Simpson before he killed anybody. And how O.J. Simpson was born with rickets. Mm-hmm. And when he was younger, and he'd gone through, I guess, some surgeries and stuff and gotten his legs straightened out, and he became a football player. He played for USC, and then he played for the NFL, and he was a running back, and he was the first running back mm-hmm. to receive over 2,000 yards
in a single season. Yep.
In a single season. And so the NFL, wanted to honor him mm-hmm. and, give him like a check and a trophy and all these honors and whatnot. Mm-hmm. Hall of Fame. Yep. And so they had, obviously they told him about it, that they wanted to honor him or whatever. And he had said, no, he's not going to go unless he's not going to take anything. He's not going to receive the check, the plaque, or whatever it may be. He's not accepting it unless the 5 guys who blocked him and mm-hmm. protected him, the 2 tackles, the 2 guards, and the center that protected him, because without them, he would not have been able to get 2,000 rushing yards in a single season. And so the NFL did end up doing that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And this speaker at our church spoke about that and how that's kind of the way he looks at missions. You have this high caliber Christian who I look at, I'm like, man, I want to do what they're doing. Mm-hmm. And they're going out, but they can't do that mm-hmm. without the church. They can't do that without us, without those that are able to give and support their needs mm-hmm. and ongoing needs. That was something that was very apparent in what he was talking about, is like, you can't just give once, like they need to continually eat every day.
Yes.
They need housing. They need supplies. They need,
a reliable vehicle.
A reliable vehicle, and how it's okay. Like, we can't look at missionaries, and I know there probably are some people that look like, oh, well, you shouldn't have that nice car or that nice, like, why can't they have nice things?
Yeah.
And I agree with that. If they go spend money on a rug, he gave that example of a rug, like, you have a rug in your house,
mm-hmm.
Why? And so I really liked the way he looked at that, because I and my family, we can play a huge part in what that missionary, on what that person is able to accomplish. Mm-hmm. And so we can take care of them, we can provide. And I think too of like, if you think of like an employee-employer relationship, when someone feels taken care of as an employee, mm-hmm. they're going to work harder. They're going to work better. They're going to be appreciative. For the most part, you have the select few who don't and take advantage. But I just feel like that's the same kind of thing. We need to take care of them.
Yeah.
And we do get to play a big part, because mm-hmm. without us, they can't do what mm-hmm. God's called them to do.
Yeah.
It's kind of like lifting up the brother, like lifting them up, helping them mm-hmm. to do what they need to do.
Well, it's a team.
It is.
Like, that's what I thought that was an excellent illustration.
Yeah.
That he gave of O.J. Simpson was just an interesting individual.
I liked it.
Don't normally hear him.
Got my attention.
Yeah.
His
attention getting. Don't normally hear him mentioned in preaching very often. But it is a team.
Yes.
So you have one that may be able to go, but if the Lord hasn't called you to go, mm-hmm. then you are called to support. And you're also called to go and act, to get the gospel out where you are located.
Locally.
And
mm-hmm.
I did like that, how he even said, he's like, just because they answer God's call in their life to go to outside of the home borders,
mm-hmm.
maybe they're called to a different country to serve, doesn't mean that they take a vow of poverty.
That's right.
You know, and it was just like, yeah, absolutely. Like,
mm-hmm.
don't begrudge them. Like, if you have a nice, reliable vehicle, why ought they not to?
Right.
Yeah.
So,
because sometimes I think people almost have that expectation I think sometimes we can almost have that expectation of like, well, you should just trust God. Yeah. Well, guess what, layman?
Right.
Sitting in the church, you ought to trust God too. Like,
Right. Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
they don't, there's not going to be a different judgment seat.
Sure.
Yeah. The judgment seat of Christ. It's for the Christians. We all sit at, we're going to be judged on the same, like what the Lord's given us.
Yes.
They don't have special things of like, oh, okay. Like, I just don't imagine, granted, I don't know exactly how it's going to go, but I don't imagine that, oh, okay, well, you were full-time ministry, or, oh, you were a missionary, or, oh, you were a layperson, like lining them up like that. No, we're just, what did God call you to do?
Right.
And that's what we're,
Well, it says, let every man give according to what he has.
Yes.
So what God has given you, what are you doing with that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I really appreciated the way he related those. Like, I felt like I could understand what he was saying.
Yeah. It very much felt like a team emphasis.
Yeah.
You know?
Like everybody carrying their weight.
Yeah. And he even did, one thing I wanted to bring up was Monday night.
Mm-hmm.
It was an interesting service to be in because he encouraged us. So I think it was that night that he mentioned the OJ stuff as an illustration.
I can't remember what night that was.
Yeah. It, like I said, it all kind of blurs together. But I do remember that on Monday night, kind of towards the end of his message, he was talking about like, well, if you are on board and you feel like God's wants you to give and be supportive and be on the team here locally, then you should tell your pastor that.
Yeah.
And if you're telling him that you want to be on his team and you support his team, and allow him, God, to lead him as the leader of this local church body, then tell your pastor that.
Yeah.
And so he said, literally, come out of your seats and tell him that.
Yeah. I loved that.
And the next thing you know, he calls our pastor up front and the sanctuary empties, the seats empty, and the church lines up, and we're all just lined up and going one by one, taking our time to like say, hey, pastor, I'm thankful. Like I know I had mentioned in one of my early recent episodes on the gratitude moment, like I feel like I'm thankful for the pastor that we have.
100%. Yes. Agree.
And so if you have a good pastor, tell him that. There's nothing wrong. Everybody needs words of affirmation is a language of love. And so you can say, hey, I appreciate this, or hey, I appreciate that. Hey, I appreciate you.
Right.
And our pastor is a steady man, and he is not hasty. He is considerate.
Yeah.
And he has a heart and a desire to serve.
Yes.
And he leads by that example.
Yes.
And we've mentioned that. And so, yeah, I absolutely want to
stay
be
behind
on this team, stand behind him.
Yep.
And pull my weight on the team.
Yep.
And that was a unique experience to kind of just see the whole church. And it was also unifying.
Yeah. It was very touching.
It was.
I got teary-eyed.
And even after the service, I thought I wanted to go and give his wife a hug as well. Because yes, he stands there and he stands up in front of the church week in and week out. And the Lord did put that call on him. But when he asked her to be one flesh with him, they are one flesh and they are a family.
Yep.
And they are in that together. And so it's like, it's not just him. I know Pastor got up at the end of the service. He's basically speechless. Like that's a lot of love to take in from a lot of people.
Yeah.
In a very short amount of time, especially if you weren't expecting it.
Yeah.
You know? But I think he handled it well. And I'm thankful. And it was encouraging and kind of even unifying.
Oh, absolutely.
As a church to see that.
So neat. We have a great pastor.
We do.
And their family, just as a whole.
Yeah. And
I just love them so much.
And the keynote speaker, he emphasized, I think even on the last night of, because of something like that happened on Monday, you know, where the majority of church, if not almost every seat, filed out and said, hey, I'm on board with this. Hey, I'm behind you. hey, we're on the same team,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because teams have the same goal,
Yes.
you know?
Same mission.
Everybody's-
same goal.
Everybody has different responsibilities. You know, O.J. Simpson, he was the running back,
Right.
different than the quarterback, different than the center, but they all have the same goal.
Yes.
Get down that field, reach that end zone.
Yes,
right?
for sure. Yep.
But everybody has their job that they have to hold.
Mm-hmm.
And the last night, the keynote speaker, he emphasized the importance of protecting that,
Mm-hmm.
being aware that our adversary
Yep.
wants to break that.
Especially if we all do get, as we get behind him and as we support these things, there's an attack from the enemy
Mhm.
that's going to come.
Oh,
Mhm.
absolutely.
And we don't want that to break the unification in our
Yep.
church.
And to constantly be striving
Yes.
to
Together.
keep that unity.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah, that was another thing that was neat. You brought it up when we were talking about it, but those verses in, was it 3rd John? Yeah. Was it the verses in Philippians, that's what it was.
Let
in
nothing
Philippians.
be done through strife for vain.
Yeah, like 8 times. Wasn't it 8 times
Yes.
about unity or striving together of one mind, one accord?
Yes, that's Philippians.
Yeah, Philippians. Yeah. Yeah, that was just neat.
Yeah. And one thing I appreciate about some of the preachers that we had this week was they brought out things out of the Bible. So, for example, one night he preached primarily out of Philippians,
Mm-hmm.
and I love the book of Philippians. I've memorized parts of the book of Philippians, and I always just have it in my mind whenever I come across it. Like, this is a good church.
Sure.
You know, Paul loves them. I think of you in every prayer of mine, you know,
Mhm.
with joy and with, rejoicing. And it's, such an uplifting book. And then he gets up there and he's like, the keynote speaker was also very good about visually
Mm-hmm. He was.
getting his point across. And so he had helpers amongst the congregation that he called
I
up.
loved that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, because we're such visual people,
Mm-hmm.
especially in 2025.
Yeah. Those are things I won't forget, though. Like, I'm not going to forget what he was talking about and what he said.
Yeah. Because you're seeing it visually.
Mm-hmm.
And so it sticks with you in a different way
Mm-hmm.
than just hearing it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought it was interesting. Like he pointed out in the book of Philippians where he talks about having unity and let nothing be done through strife or vainglory,
Yeah.
preferring one another.
Right.
So he's telling this good church. Why is he telling this good church about to be unified
Sure.
and to not let there be strife?
Mm.
And it was just kind of like, oh yeah. But then he points out, he's like, it's 8. That book is only 4 chapters long.
Yeah.
And 8 times in 4 chapters, he's kind of poking them with like, yeah, they're people. So for me, it was a reminder of like, yeah, that church is good, but there's always room for improvement. There's always things to be improving upon and watching
Absolutely.
out for.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So yeah, it was very good. And then one of the other preachers, he preached a message on Joseph of Arimathea.
Oh, that's what I was going to talk about too. Yeah.
Yeah, what did
That
you
was
have
so
on
good.
that?
No, you go ahead. No, you go ahead. It was good.
Well, the only thoughts that I had on that was, he kind of gave a disclaimer
Mhm.
for his message. He's like, now these aren't actually written, He's like, but I'm just trying to build context. Like, I appreciate preaching. And I told my family this. I was like, that's what you get when you get experienced and kind of, these were not all older preachers,
Yeah.
but with aged and experienced preachers who have been through things and you have
Sure.
a couple decades under your belt.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just surface. Here's what the portion of scripture says, but they're looking beyond.
Mm-hmm.
And like he painted the picture of, well, what was it actually like for Joseph of Arimathea?
Yeah.
Why did he give up? Why did he have a desire to take Jesus's body off the cross and put it in his tomb?
Sure.
Why was the tomb empty? Why is it notated in the Bible that nobody had laid there before? Like
Right.
all these little details. But he paints the broader scope of that when he was preaching.
Yeah.
And just gave more context of, oh, okay, those are things I just never
Right.
thought of.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I appreciate that.
I do too.
So what were some of the things that you got from,
Well,
or what were your thoughts on that?
that particular message, he talked about how Joseph waited until the last possible moment to do something for Jesus.
Yeah.
I don't want to waste time. I don't want to waste time. He talked about, all the things that you said, but one of the things that really stood out to me was when he said, okay, I want to, I kind of just want to talk about this for a minute, but, people celebrate other people, quote, coming out of the closet, end quote. And I was like, oh, where's he going with this?
Right.
And then he's asked this question. Is it worse? Okay, think of Joseph.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Joseph Arimathea, how he was a disciple. He was a follower of Jesus, but secretly until the last possible moment when Jesus had already died.
Mm-hmm.
And then he decides he wants to do something, right?
Yeah.
So he asks this about coming out of the closet. Is it worse to act on bad convictions that you have? Or is it rather bad to not act on good convictions that you have? Which one is worse? And I was like, sat and thought about that. And I'm like, man, we can look at other people just in the context of what he's talking about, coming out of the closet, and look at them and be like, but what about us? The good convictions that we have that we don't act on. And so, I don't know. I really enjoyed that message. I love anything that talks about discipleship. Like, I have such a heart for discipleship and just people growing in their faith and their relationship.
Yes.
With Jesus. And so I loved that whole message.
Yeah.
Loved it.
It's very good.
It was. It talked about, he had said too, some of the things that you had talked about with him kind of looking a little deeper was, Joseph, I didn't realize this, but Joseph was under a lot of pressure.
Yes.
And because of the fact that first of all, he was rich. He was an honorable, An honorable counselor. So he was a member of the Sanhedrin, I think is what he said. Part of the Jewish government. He was older. The Bible says that he was a good and a just man. And that he was a disciple, but secretly. And so the thing that I didn't know all that about him. I didn't even know that the Bible had said all those things about him or described him in those ways. And so the thing that this speaker had said was he was scared of change. He's like, he was kind of a coward. He didn't want to confess Jesus Christ because he would end up being put out of the synagogue. He would lose everything. And that is the cost.
Yeah.
That is the cost of a true disciple and follower of Jesus Christ. And I don't know, for me, it was like a charge. I felt charged after that. Like, okay, Summer, like, get your head in the game. Let's not waste time. Do what you can for Jesus while you can, because there was another person years ago who said, do what you can while you can, because there might be a time when you can't.
Right.
And so let's do what we can. I just felt charged up.
Yeah.
I loved that message so much.
Yeah. I think it was one thing that I took away from that was a line that he said was, it's not hard to be impressed by Jesus.
Yeah.
I was like, ooh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like this, Joseph was, well, I called him Joe and Nick.
Yeah.
Joseph of Arimathea and Nicodemus. So Joe and Nick. I was like, oh, good. You're speaking my language. You're at my level. I'm with you.
Oh, funny.
But it was just interesting. He's like, I have a man, I like when, for me, like we try to read through these things and I try to understand and comprehend things in the Bible. And I go slow. I'm not one of those people of like, oh, I read through it twice this year. Like, I don't keep track of those things because I
read the same line twice before I move on. I mean, I couldn't get through the Bible twice.
So, but I'm trying, I like to understand those things.
Yeah.
And so when preachers get up there and it's just like, yes, I like those types of messages where it gives me more context, gives me understanding of, but I appreciate that it makes people in the Bible relatable. It's like, oh yeah, because when the preacher was up there and he's just like, yeah, Joe, he didn't not a big fan of change.
Well, they are people. They're just people like we are.
I'm not a fan of change.
Yeah.
I can relate.
Mm-hmm.
And like he lose his job, lose his status. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
And we can sometimes breeze through in reading about some of these people and characters in the Bible. First of all, they're not just characters. They were actual people.
Yes. Yeah.
And with flaws and strengths. Mm-hmm. But we have the benefit of hindsight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
When we read through it. And another thing that I thought was interesting when he was preaching that message was, Joe offered his tomb up to Jesus. He wanted Jesus to be buried there. And he said something. He's like, he didn't have an understanding or comprehension of the resurrection.
No.
But Jesus' disciples who had been with him for the last 3 years
didn't either. Right.
And we can sit there and think like, how do you guys not see it?
Right.
How do you not see it? But when I get up to heaven and the Lord starts showing me my life,
how did you not see it, Amy?
How did you not see it? How did you not see it? It's right
I'll
there.
have plenty of those. I always tell the Lord he has to hit me with a frying pan because I'm not very smart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so that's just me is just a reminder of like, okay, I mean, I'm not the only one.
Yeah.
That doesn't always get things.
Right.
And I'm not the only one that doesn't like change. Like these are just human people.
Yes.
And I don't know. That to me, that was a refreshing.
Yeah. And I like the context too, like you said, all those extra details, because I think sometimes when we read through it, we can be like, we can kind of get judgmental.
Yes.
About certain people in the Bible.
Yeah.
And then you're like, you hear certain things like a message like this and you go, oh, right. He is just a human being.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Like give him some grace, Amy.
Give him some grace.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about other people in the Bible too.
Oh, yeah.
Just we look at that and how could they do that?
Yeah. Or
we're just as rotten.
Yeah. Sometimes you sit there and think like, so Peter got to go out and walk on the water. Why did none of the other disciples get out? You're seeing Peter walk on water. I ain't getting out of no boat. In reality,
yeah,
storm toss, like,
right.
Kudos to Peter for putting his leg over.
Mm-hmm.
That's
a lot of faith.
That's a lot of faith.
Yeah.
So it's just, I love when they did that. They did that a couple times.
Mm-hmm.
Another message that was preached this week was out of 3 John. I thought it was so funny. So Brother King, he said he starts walking up there to go preach, and he says, all right, I want you to turn to Revelation 1.
Yeah.
And so, everybody flips over to Revelation 1, way towards the back, last book, and it's just like, oh, what's he going to preach on out of Revelation? Like,
right, yeah.
Where's he going with this? Then he has like people come up and like, this is so-and-so, this is John the Apostle, and this is a young man that he leads to the Lord, and okay, John, you go back over there, and he sends him back across the stage, and this guy's happy over here, and it's just like, what is he?
Right.
Where in Revelation is this? Like I'm trying to figure it out, and then he says, all right, so turn over to 3 John.
Right.
I just said he'd turn to Revelation because it's close.
I thought that was so funny.
That was funny.
Is twinkle dusted, talking about being twinkle dusted when you get saved and having a zeal and being excited.
Yeah. He had some really good
twinkle dusted.
Like I said, he is the king of one-liners.
What's the pie one or the
apple pie without the cheese is like the kiss without the squeeze.
Yes.
Yeah, that was a good one.
His wife serves him apple pie with cheese.
With cheese, yeah.
Sharp cheddar or something.
Yeah.
So funny.
Well, it's from Wisconsin.
He had so many names, so many of those. Yeah. I wished I would have wrote them all down.
One that stuck out with me was from that message from 3 John. And, because 3 John, which I thought was interesting. I guess that's the thing too. Sometimes when preachers have a way of connecting dots that I didn't connect before.
Yeah.
So we get to 3 John. I've read through 3 John, but I'd never connected that that's the only book that's written from an apostle, not to Timothy,
right,
or to Peter or whatever, to another preacher, someone else in the ministry, but it's written to a layman.
Yeah, I've never noticed that. That was cool.
Oh, well, that's interesting. But he's also talking about if you have a bad pastor.
Mm-hmm.
And he said that guy can strut sitting down.
Oh my goodness. Yes. Yes.
Lost it.
Because he pulls on his thing, his
suit coat. Yeah.
like he could have strut sitting down. I was like, oh man, you're funny. He's so funny.
Oh yeah. And
Loved
if you can
it.
come to any service, come to tomorrow night.
Yeah.
If you can come to any service, come to tomorrow night.
Oh, he's so
Yeah.
funny.
It was very entertaining. It was very good though. Like I like that. It was entertaining. It was funny. But then
Yes.
he also had a way of bringing it home and kind
Yeah.
of just bringing in that soberness and bringing in that of like, ooh, yeah, okay, that's a point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, all of the messages on giving that he had, I feel like were really good. And I was very encouraged by the stories that he had of examples
Yes.
where they've prayed
Mm-hmm.
and God has come through.
Yep.
And just with different things. Yes, financially, but I don't know, his wife and kids had been praying for what do you call them, van? A certain kind of
Converter van?
Converter van or something, because they were in a van that didn't have back seats. They
Right.
had how many kids at the time? I don't know, 4, I think, or something.
4 or 5, yeah.
Yeah, 4 or 5 kids in metal chairs in the back seat, no seatbelts, no seats. And how they'd been driving around. Well, somebody noticed his wife had been praying for this specific blue, whatever kind of van it was.
Yeah.
And didn't tell anybody that they needed it or anything. And somebody just came in one day and said, have you been driving your kids around and that? I saw your wife pulled up or whatever, and I saw the kids get out.
Right.
And anyways, that guy had found a van for them, and it was the exact vehicle that she had been praying for her and the kids.
Yeah.
The same color. It was just, there was multiple stories like that though. I mean, it was amazing. It was very encouraging.
Yeah.
Like God answers prayers.
Yes.
I don't know. And all the details, like,
and the way that he provides.
yes, he provides. Like when you give, God will provide.
Yeah. I liked it, how he worded it, because it's very true. He's like, God kind of likes to be the knight in shining armor. He likes to be the hero,
Yeah.
the last minute hero, So he starts telling this story about when the rent is due. And first couple months, he's able to pay it. Rent is due on the first of the month. Month 1, not a problem. Month 2, pays it. Then it's like month 3 or 4, and first of the month comes, wakes up, milks the cows, doesn't have rent.
Right.
And he has to tell his dad, who's not a believer,
Mm-hmm.
the landlord, who's not a believer, I don't have rent. And so he goes home, has breakfast with his family, his young family. They were a young family at the time. Has a kid or two, a little one or two, and they're having breakfast, and a truck driver happens to pull up while they're having breakfast and says, hey, the Lord wanted me to bring this to you
Last week.
Yeah. And I just forgot and didn't do it. So I wanted to bring it first thing this morning. And here it is, the perfect amount for the rent.
I think he needed $400, and I think it was like 401.
Yes.
Or something. Amazing.
Incredible.
Yes.
How anything that's God. And I just loved how he said God just kind of likes to be the hero.
I love
and
that.
he does.
Yeah.
Because it makes me think of like Lazarus. They come and tell Jesus, hey, Lazarus is sick. Yeah, and Jesus is affected by that.
Yes. Yeah.
But it's not hasty. He doesn't rush over. He doesn't heal Lazarus because why?
He could have just said so.
He could have simply just said.
Yep.
And his followers know that. Mary, Martha know that. His disciples know that.
Mm-hmm.
And they probably sat there and wondered, why does Jesus not do something?
Right.
And he instead allows Lazarus to die. Why? Well, because I want my glory to be shown.
Yeah.
Like there's something better.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard though. It's hard to be in those places.
Yeah.
Like as a human, everything within us hates to be in those positions of.
Absolutely. Yes. You're stressing out, wondering how is this going to get taken care of? How's this going to get done?
Yep.
Yeah. It's not a fun place to be in for sure.
Grows our faith though.
It does. It grows our faith.
Yeah. The only other thing that I really appreciated or really enjoyed this week was the music.
Oh, yeah.
I just want to give a shout out to the music director of our church. She put a lot of time and effort into doing specials.
Yeah.
And she did a lot.
She did.
There was a choir special, and they worked on
two
for like a month. And then the kids' choir that she worked on for like a month.
Yep.
And then she did an individual one. And then she had another group one.
Mm-hmm.
She did a lot. And there were other groups that got together and did specials too.
Yeah.
And that just adds so much.
I know. I love when we have a lot of talented people in our church musically. And I always enjoy when we have a special.
Mm-hmm.
I love special music. And I love that people will get up there and do that. And it's beautiful and it ministers. And I'm thankful for all of them. Mm-hmm.
Some are talented. Like if you have a greater team, some are talented with being outgoing.
Yes.
And have no problem talking with strangers.
Right.
Some people are talented in the nursery and can work with babies and just have a tenderness to them. And I'm thankful that they use those strengths for it.
Yeah.
And those who are gifted musically.
Yeah.
I'm thankful that they use that. It takes time. Like, yes, they might be gifted, but it still takes time.
Right.
And energy and all this stuff to put that for, and we had something every single night.
We did. Yeah.
That's a lot of work and a lot of effort.
Yep.
But it sounded great. And they minister. That's a ministry.
It is. Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's also a blessing, I think, for those who come in.
Yeah.
Like those who are the special guest speakers or anything like that. Because they put forth, time and preparation, I think, for the church that they are visiting to show that we've put forth some time and effort into preparation into the services as well.
Right.
Is a good thing. So,
did
you have anything else to add?
No, I'm good.
All right. I'm thankful for it. It was really good.
Same.
It had been a couple of years since we've had a dedicated type of meeting like this. And it was really good, though.
It was so good.
Really good. So, okay. Well, with that, we'll swing on over into our gratitude segment.
Okay.
Okay, Summer. So what is your gratitude moment for this week?
Well, mine kind of goes along with our the special meeting that we had, but I'm thankful for our church family. We're together all day Sunday, then Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night. And then after Wednesday night service, we stayed and had pizza together. And I don't ever get tired of being there. I don't get tired of being around them. Like I enjoy it.
Yeah.
I'm thankful that I have a place that I can go to, a church family, and be around people that I enjoy being around and fellowshipping with and spending time with. It's a huge blessing.
Yeah.
Huge. I know that a lot of people don't have that. I've been talking with people more recently in my life and they don't have that. And that makes me very sad.
Yeah.
Because it's so important in my life and I'm so blessed to have that.
Yeah. That's good.
What about you? What's yours?
Yeah, I'm thankful for a special meeting. There's something about, just to kind of keep it in the vein of thought for this episode. There's something about going to church consecutive days in a row. And it can be difficult, because, you got work and you got this, and then and we even started the evening services earlier than normal.
Right. Yeah.
And it makes for, short evenings when you have stuff that you have to do, kind of have to get home and get to do, in preparation, because you got to get up the next day and go to work and do all those things. But there is something about going to church. I'm thankful that we have times like that throughout the year. It's not all the time.
Yeah.
But we have it from time to time, and it's just good. There's just something good that's feeds the soul.
Yes.
As far as just being in church, just being around other believers, like you can kind of just leave your cares of the day at the door and be like, okay, like one thing I appreciate about our pastor is at the very beginning, I think was it Sunday night or was it Monday night? It might have been Monday night. He's like, it's good to be in church on a Monday night. He's like,
I think it was. Yeah.
But you know what? He's like, we're here. So let's just all just take a big deep breath in and exhale. Like this is what we're here for.
Yeah.
So we're not gonna rush it.
Right.
There's no need to rush. Maybe it was
Love
Sunday
that.
night that he did that. But I just appreciated that. And another thing I wanted to think about, I didn't mention it in the actual discussion part of our episode. It's sometimes when we have special meetings, he'll call all the men up to the front of the church or on the altar to pray. And I thought this on Monday, because on Sunday night he did that. He had all the men go forward and pray, and that's kind of typical. I was not surprised by that or anything like that. But Monday, I was getting ready for the day, and I sat there, and this thought just popped in my head. I thought, I wonder if they'd ever consider like having all the women. Like, how weird would that be? I don't think I've ever seen that. Call all the women up there. Fast forward 12 hours later.
Yeah.
And we're at church, and pastor gets up there and says, we're going to do something a little different. How about we have all the ladies come on up here?
Yeah.
And that was kind of a cool moment just because, we have a podcast called Strength and Sisterhood. And I took a moment and just kind of breathed that moment in.
Yeah.
Of like, this is our local sisterhood. And our pastor kind of wrapped up that prayer time. Everybody's just quiet. Everybody's just praying individually. And then our pastor wrapped it up, and then we were seated back down. And then the service continued on. But I just thought it was interesting how, he talked about his mother.
Yes.
Who was a prayer warrior. And the impact that his mother's prayers had on him.
Yeah.
And then when his mother passed away, like the void, like he could, felt like the bottom was falling out for him, And I just appreciated the honesty and the vulnerability of that. But even as he was praying, kind of wrap up that time, he just made mention of certain things of like, these ladies have prayed prodigals back to church, and these ladies have prayed, this and that. And it was just like, there's power in praying women. Yeah. There's power in praying men.
Yes.
There's power in prayer.
Yes.
But it was just kind of neat since we have
very neat.
A podcast of Strength and Sisterhood. I peeked a little bit.
I liked it.
And looked, and it was just kind of one of those things of like, oh. So you talk about unity, we kind of talked about unity a little bit in our episode, and it was just a grateful moment.
Yes. I liked seeing all of us, together, praying together individually, but all of us praying together. It was really neat.
Yeah.
I'm thankful that he did that.
And I'm thankful that we do have a pastor that doesn't overlook.
As I say, he notices, like he cares about us as women.
Yeah.
Yes.
Doesn't just
consider it.
Yes, he considers and acknowledges. Yeah. That there is, that
a role that we play in prayer too, and in unity for our church and all of it.
Because I don't know, I always feel like there's a gentle balance between like, I don't want to raise the feminist flag and be like,
oh, for sure,
women.
Right, yeah.
But at the same time, like women were at the feet of Jesus at the cross.
Yes.
Women followed him. His disciples scattered.
Yep.
And women followed. Women were the first ones that he revealed himself to.
Yes, it was. Yeah.
After the resurrection. Women were the ones that were on their way to the tomb that morning.
Yep.
So women do play an important part in ministry and in life. And I'm just thankful for a pastor who
notices that. Yeah, me too.
And acknowledges it.
Yeah, that was neat.
So, okay, well, I think I've talked enough.
Yeah, you have. No, I'm just kidding. I love hearing you speak.
So, until next week, the only thing I want to say before we go.
Yeah, put our plug in.
Our plug for our gratitude giveaway.
Should we just tell people at this point in time we have had no one?
Right. Well, we've announced it. It was about a week ago.
Sure.
Technically, when it was announced. And within that week, we haven't had anybody. We've had no submissions as of the recording of this episode.
Exactly. Right.
I don't know when this is going to air, but we're going to record next week's episode, and that's going to be the last one.
Yeah.
The air date for that one is going to be the day before the deadline. So you have until November 13th to submit your gratitude or to tag us in your gratitude on social media, whether that be Instagram or Substack. Leave us a comment on YouTube, on Spotify. Send us an email at
strengthandsisterhoodpod@gmail.com.
and you'll be entered into our gratitude giveaway because we're thankful for anybody who would take the time to listen to our podcast.
Yes.
And we're thankful for that.
Yeah.
So we want to express that gratitude by selecting 3 winners and giving them some good prizes.
Yep.
And if we don't have 3 submissions,
we keep the prizes. So, but no, we want to give them out. So yes, here's the plug for our gratitude giveaway. And the month of November is coming up. I thought about that. I was like, I need to sit down and start planning out because I'll be posting that and I'll probably be sharing it on Substack and maybe I'll be sharing it on Instagram as well. Yeah. Neat.
So,
all right.
With that, we'll see you next week.
Okay.
Thank you so much for tuning in. Please subscribe and share with others. Join us over on Instagram at
Strength and Sisterhood Pod.
And leave us a comment if you liked this episode. You can also reach us at
strengthandsisterhoodpod@gmail.com.
Or find us on Spotify, Amazon, Substack, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. We would love to hear from you. So until next time, we'll see you later.
Bye.
See ya.